Next event on the track, the women's 3,000 meters, the 16 fastest women at that distance in the country. Carissa Schweitzer with the collegiate record. Jenny Behringer with the meet record. There's Mercy Shalangat of Alabama. Coming back from the 5,000 meters. She was the champion at the SEC championships. And there's Courtney Wayment coming back from being the champion here at the 5,000 meters last night.
Also, Lauren Gregory from Arkansas ran that 5,000 as well, and I really predict this event to be ecstatic and totally electric throughout. These women are so quick and such great tacticians that I think that the ending of this is going to make this place go crazy.
We'll break for the pole right after this curve, and we'll be able to judge the pace based on how bunched up the pack is. We've got some athletes well out into lane 2. So they give each other room to run. There are the 16 competitors in this race.
Lauren Ryan from Florida State, she's got hip 14. She has the best time coming in here, 8:47.88. And I talked to her coach, Bob Brayman, today, and he said, listen, you've just been really low on racing. She's right there in the all black is Lauren Ryan. He said, we've been low on racing and more on being productive in practice. This race, unlike the 5, obviously it is faster, but where you've got to try to make sure that you keep your composure is in that the end of that second second K, right at the end of this, at the 2K. You've got to make sure that once you're in that oxygen debt that you are making clean moves, clean surges, staying with the pack, and all of this right now is the setup to that.
Tori Herman of Kentucky, the freshman, is leading currently. They're right just under 9-minute pace so far with a 72-second opening 400 meters. Pack reasonably spread out. Everybody has room to run. Who's at the end of that string is doubling back from the mile. That is Nicole Fagans of Georgia Tech, the senior who is now taking up the leading duties. Lauren Gregory into 3rd for Arkansas.
Courtney Wayment from BYU, again, part of that Diljeet Taylor, who's at the finish line in an electric blue suit. You are not going to be able to miss her cheering on Courtney Wayment. But last night, Wayment ran such a great 5,000. She was so efficient and rhythmic in it. There was a lot of changes. Chalangat, who's in this race, Lauren Gregory, who's in 3rd right now with the pink on the back of her ponytail. There was so many lead changes. Chalangat had some surges. Gregory went with her. Washington followed. But what Courtney Wayment did is she stayed extremely rhythmic. She stayed intact with the pack, and she's right now in 4th with the black BYU 10 on her hip right behind Lauren Ryan, and she just ran within herself. And that was the plan. Coach Taylor said that what we wanted to do is go all out in the 5. And you see Chalangat coming up now and making another surge. She is very intimidating in these races, and that's what she'll do. She will make a pace go from 77 to 74 and then back it back down to 77s or slower, anywhere in there. And what that does is it really starts to play with your efficient in your running, and you've got to make, when you're making surges, if you're somebody that is not as experienced as Chalangat and you're in the middle of this pack, you've got to make sure that you run your race and not panic and try to cover those if you can't do it.
Come away from the 3,000 for a moment and catch you up on the women's triple jump, a key event in the team title.
Jasmine Moore, the Florida Gator. She is the queen of the jumps this year. She is the best long jumper. She is the collegiate record holder in this event. And watch this. I saw the landing and the splash. She said, I'll just go ahead and re-break my own collegiate record that she set earlier this year. She has such great control and really good arms on her hop phase. And look at the reaction. Getting love from her teammate, re-breaks her own collegiate record and gets 10 points for the Gators.
And John Anderson is downstairs with Jasmine Moore and the Florida Gators at 1-2.
We just visit all the time, every time she wins something. It's a sweep. It's a collegiate record sweep. How does the day get any better than this?
Today was just so incredible to start off strong, the correct way, and then just keep it going and cheer on Tracy and the rest of my team. Today has been amazing so far.
We discussed this a little. To break the collegiate record, but Couture Orgy, and you were at Georgia. What does she mean to you in terms of this event?
She's honestly someone I've looked up to since high school, and so to break her collegiate record, it's just amazing because I know she's a great athlete and an even better person.
Congratulations, you on the CR, and oh, by the way, easy on the Gators. You're killing people right now.
Go Gators.
They went 1-2 in the triple jump. Those 18 points put them into a position to clinch the team title. No one can catch them as we get back to this 3,000 meters, which has been slowed down considerably.
And that's Tori Herman from Kentucky that's out in the lead. Right now they're on 9:15 pace, which is extremely slow, with 6 laps to go. And this is where, again, if you are somebody that is like a Courtney Wayman, you have the speed of Lauren Gregory, you are now saying, okay, I have to actually know who can run faster than me in this race, because that's when I know when to start my kick. Most of these women cannot stay with a Wayman and a Lauren Gregory and a Chilangat kick. And so you have to be patient, conserve some energy, but also make sure you stay out of trouble here. They're so wide. Look, they're 3 and 4 wide. And if this slows down anymore, someone tries to make a move in the middle, as we saw in the men's races earlier, trips, falls, chaos, carnage on the track.
5 laps remaining, and they're still very bunched up, which means it's a slow pace, and it's going to really play into the hands of those with the good mile speed and half-mile speed.
Courtney Wayman is now in second place, all black BYU on her chest, and you want to make sure that you stay out of those crowds. She's in perfect position right now, and the rhythmic part of what Coach Taylor was talking about, what she did in her 5K, is what she needs to do in here, but they're just running for fun. They wanted to come out and win the 5K. They did, got 10 points for BYU, and now she said just go out and have fun.
4 laps remaining now, and it's still anybody's race. Chilangat is way back in the back of the pack. But that doesn't mean she'll stay there for long.
She can make a move and cover 30 meters quicker than anyone, but this is what you're talking about. Right now, you have Taylor Rowe of Oklahoma State making a move, and then Lauren Ryan is covering it. That's what you have to do. You don't have as much time in a 3K to make up moves as you do in a 5K, as Wayman now comes up and covers that move as well. So when you surge like that, you do it with authority, cover it with authority, and place yourself right back into that nice rhythmic running.
There's Wayman currently in third, right behind her Lauren Gregory of Arkansas, who is also part of that 5,000, finally threw in a 70.5 400 meters, which quickened things up, and it certainly spread things out.
Wayman and Ryan have to know that, okay, we're going to run within ourselves, but we're going to make sure that we can stay in striking distance of Rowe. But get this, Lauren Ryan, in the next couple weeks, she's going to go to the World Indoor Championships, and then she's got to go back to Australia and run her outdoor world qualifyings. And Coach Brahman said she is in the best shape of her life right now.
Right now, it is Rowe running away with it. Started her kick very early, and the rest of the pack better get serious about her, because she doesn't really show any slowing down, and we're coming up to the bell.
Lauren Gregory is such a veteran from Arkansas, and she has insane speed. She can close so hard, as can Wayman.
Caitlin Toohey now from NC State, and Lauren Gregory giving chase. Will Taylor Rowe run out of gas? They're closing the gap.
Caitlin Toohey, COVID freshman, she was second in that 5K last night, but look at the speed change in Gregory.
Rowe starting to run out of gas, and Toohey has a head of steam, as does Lauren Gregory. Can Rowe hold them off?
Woo!
She's gonna do it.
Wow!
Taylor Rowe of Oklahoma State starts her kick 4 laps out.
Wow, that was gutsy.
And hangs on.
That was so gutsy. 8:58.95, just 0.4 of a second off of her personal best that she hasn't run since back in December.
2:48 for the last kilometer, and she really made that race happen over the course of the last 4 laps.
Taylor Rowe just said, I am done with this, and just rolls to the front. I mean, this looks like an 800-meter pace right here. This is crazy. That was such a great move. And then holding off right here when you have the speed of Lauren Gregory and Caitlin Toohey. They just ran out of real estate. This is such a gutsy race, and that was so gutsy by Taylor Rowe. What a heck of a run, and champion for Oklahoma State.
Taylor Rowe wins it. Caitlin Toohey gets her second runner-up finish in these championships. She was runner-up in the 5,000. Lauren Gregory comes up for third from Arkansas. It's Taylor Rowe downstairs with John.
Yeah, camera's over here. We got it. Listen, you get very tired over the course of 3,000 meter. It can drive you nuts. I loved when we were talking, and I said, why'd you go there? And you had a very sophisticated race plan because you told me you went then. Why?
I don't know.
Coach Smith said if Taylor Rowe is confident, she should win the 3,000. How confident were you?
See, I don't know. For me, it's just I like to race off a feel, and so I just don't really put I just try not to put pressure on, like, where am I supposed to be in the race? What pace is it going to be? I just go whatever feels right, and, like, I know, like, Dave has trust in me. I trust myself that my intuition is going to be, like, the best for me, and I don't know.
That said, could you feel him coming?
Oh, yes. I mean, thank you for the television broadcast. I could see them coming, and that was terrifying. So, and having my coach just yelling, they're coming, and I'm like, I'm trying.
Taylor Rowe, 5th cross-country national championships, 1st NCAA championships here in the 3,000 for America's Brightest Orange. Congratulations.